Thanks for watching Your Plates Are Mine, where you don't have to be a professional chef to be a star in your own kitchen. I'm your host, David Miller, and I'd like to invite you to spend a little time with us as we meet some great new friends who are going to show us how to make something incredible you're going to want to make at home. Today we got something a little bit different for you. We're going to do a salute to our fuzzy friends who love us unconditionally even when I goof up my lines. Today we're here at Doggie's Day Out with Denise O'Connell. Thanks so much for having us.
Hi, thanks for coming.
And she's got something a little different for us that I think is a lot of fun. We're going to learn how to make dog treats.
Yes.
That are actually healthy and good for your dog. So tell us what we're going to make.
Well, we're going to make some peanut butter carrot pupcakes.
Pupcakes?
But we're going to make them in a cake shape today.
Okay.
Yeah. They're all natural ingredients, human-grade ingredients, the same kind of things you would get at Kroger.
All right.
But we don't use any sugar, salt, or preservatives. Yeah, and the sweetened part is honey. And we use carrots in there. They're good for the dogs.
All right.
And they love them.
Good.
And when you smell it baking, you'd think it would be good for you too.
It actually does smell pretty good, but she said I probably don't want to try a piece. So
you'd be expecting the sugar, and it's not there.
Okay. Denise, you got a really interesting story about how you wound up here doing a doggy daycare. Would you mind sharing that with
Oh,
us?
sure. Yeah. I was in the corporate world in IT for several years, and thought it was time for a change. And I left that career and decided to open a doggy daycare. Briefly moved to Florida, where I met a woman who ran a similar place called Party Animals.
Party Animals.
In DeLand, Florida. And she's great. And I saw her model and decided to borrow that. So I worked with her for a little while and built my business plan, and we opened up here in Murfreesboro.
Great.
And we'll be open for 2 years here come in July.
July.
Yeah.
And
it's been loads of fun.
Yeah.
It has.
And you were telling me you guys are pretty busy. You also do boarding.
Yes, we do cage-free boarding.
Cage-free boarding.
We don't put the dogs in kennels. We usually don't use the K word.
Yeah.
Especially around the dogs. Yeah, when you go on vacation, you can bring your dogs here to play for a staycation instead of taking them to prison.
The prison, doggy prison.
Right, doggy prison, and they have a great time. Of course, we do an assessment to make sure the dog's comfortable in this kind of environment. So we don't have any breed restrictions, but every dog has to pass the test.
Okay.
Make sure they're friendly and socialized. So, and that's for overnight as well. They don't go in cages overnight.
Great.
When they come here to groom, we also have a full salon. We don't put them in cages while they're waiting to be groomed either. They get to play with the other dogs. So a lot of dogs like to come here and be groomed as well.
So it's kind of like going to stay at grandma's house or something for the weekend.
Oh, yeah. Right. Yeah, they really enjoy it.
We're pet lovers, and whenever we travel, that's always an issue. What do we do with our 100-pound monster dog? And if we're taking him with him, and if we're going to board him, where are we going to put him? And I hate to leave him somewhere he's going to be caged up because he's spoiled and gets to sleep on the couch sometimes. So that sounds really nice.
And they get to sleep on the couch sometimes here
too.
Staff stays here with them overnight in a lounge type environment.
Okay.
And so there's a futon in there. Staff stays right in there with them, and some little dogs like to
cuddle up and don't want to be lonely.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun.
That's great. All right, let's make some cake.
All right. So
how can I help?
Well, first, if you'd like to grate some carrots, we need 1 cup of grated carrots.
1 cup of grated carrots. All right.
I'll just go through the whole ingredient list. We're going to put in a cup of whole wheat flour. A teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/3 cup of honey, 1 egg, a teaspoon of baking soda, a 1/4 cup of peanut butter, a 1/4 cup of vegetable oil, and 1 cup of shredded carrots.
So this really is just all food.
Yes.
You just leave out the stuff that's bad for you. That tastes good.
Right.
Dogs don't care.
No, they don't. They love the peanut butter.
Oh, yeah.
And the oil. But anyway, then we bake it at 350 for about 25 minutes.
All right. Yeah, so just like a cake.
Yeah. So we just mix it. We mix it together. It mixes really nice, and we just scoop it either into the cupcakes, or we put it. We usually use a little bone-shaped pan. That's pretty popular for the customers. We can also do a heart shape or a round cake. We can do 2-layer cakes and a really big bone cake, which is about like 3 times one of these little ones.
Oh, so
Yeah.
for big parties.
For a big party or a big
Oh,
dog.
and that's right. You had mentioned that you guys will host parties.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if you wanted to have a dog party at Doggie's Day Out, we can do as little or as much as you'd like. I mean, we have a small little get together where you can bring your dog for half a day of daycare. They get a birthday bandana, and they get a cake to take home. So he gets to come and play, and then have his little party at home later. That's our smallest package. That runs about $30. And one of our biggest parties is you can come and invite your doggy friends. We decorate a full party room, and we have attendants taking care of things, and and we'll even do the cleanup.
Nice.
And we can do as much as you'd like on that. We can bring in some outside people food. We don't cook the food here. But we can bring people food in and make little doggy bag treats and favors.
Oh,
we can do
peanut-
doggy ice cream.
Peanut butter squirrels.
Yes, those are one of the favorites. And the live squirrels out in the backyard.
All right.
So we got about
Half a cup.
that's half a cup.
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll do it twice.
Yeah. Okay, just put that in there.
Get another
And let me grab some flour. Didn't have this ready yet.
another here.
A cup of flour.
See if I can do a better job of not getting it all over the place.
And we've got 1 egg.
Pretty close.
How's it coming?
Pretty close. A couple more.
And we have sweets.
There we go. Set that out of the way.
Teaspoon of vanilla.
If I clean up my mess, we should have a full cup. There we go.
All right, just dump
All
it
right,
in
Put it
there.
right in there.
And if you want to get the peanut butter, we need a
How much do we need?
1/4 cup of peanut butter.
1/4 cup of peanut butter.
Right there. And it's a 1/4 cup of oil. And with the oil in the recipe, you don't really have to grease the pan or anything. It comes right out. It
That's good for their coat, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Now,
And the peanut butter as well.
Peanut butter's good for dog coat.
Oh yeah, it's
I
got a
didn't
lot
know
of natural oils in there.
Well, I guess that makes sense. And then I also noticed on your menu of dog treats, you had something with garlic in it. It's supposed to be good for fleas. That's pretty cool.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Garlic is natural repellent for fleas. A natural repellent for
A lot of bugs, actually.
and people too.
And people, yeah. Except for Italians.
Oh right, yeah. Okay, and all right, so you got the honey.
Oh, no, I didn't.
Oh, 1/3 of a cup of honey
Okay.
right here. Back here. You can use this to scrape that out too. It sticks to the sides.
Ooh, I learned a little trick.
What's that?
If you needed 1/3 cup of oil as well, do the oil first. The honey won't stick to the
Ooh. Oh, that's a good idea.
measuring cup.
All right, we've got everything in there.
All right. Sure, I get every bit of the good stuff out. Okay.
All right. So
Then you just mix her up.
just mix it up. It mixes it up real nice. It gets very moist.
So this is going to be a little thicker than your normal cake batter that's kind of runny.
Yeah.
All right.
Although as you mix it, it gets a little bit runnier.
Yeah, once you get that peanut butter worked in
Uh-huh.
and the honey,
Right. Yeah, but it is a little thicker.
gonna let me go ahead and make the mess?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just scoop it in. It's a little thicker than a normal cake batter. So we just dump it all in there and just push it into the edges of the cake.
Okay.
So don't be concerned if it's a little thick. It looks like a big chunk of peanut butter, about that consistency.
Kind of looks like something else. Like when the dog rides on the twisty road in the back seat.
Oh goodness.
Yeah, do you have any dog treats that are good for dogs who get car sick?
Oh yeah, we do have a dog treat for sensitive tummies. It contains mint.
Really?
Yeah, so it's good for their breath too.
Nice.
But of course, it's not as much of a favorite as the liver treats
The
and
liver
the peanut
and
butter
the peanut butter, yeah.
They do like the mint ones, but if you put them next to some of the others, it's not necessarily their favorite.
There's going to be some obvious favorites. And mint
Right.
isn't real high on the list.
All right.
All right.
Right.
So just smush it around so it's
Yeah.
relatively level,
Right.
so it cooks evenly.
Push it into the edges.
Yeah, because if you don't get it in the edges, it won't look like a dog bone.
Right. And it doesn't move around a lot once it's in there. But there you go. That looks very nice.
Okay. Yeah, it's going to have a lot of structure because you have whole wheat flour and you have the carrots. There we go. Look good?
Very nice.
Did I pass?
Yes.
All
That's
right.
very good.
Well,
And
let's
we'll just
pop that in the
this
oven.
in the oven for 20 minutes.